Hello everyone, I am Brittany Willis and I will be giving you the overview of the country Mexico to give a little background about the country and the Mexican drug war as well. It is important to know the history and the culture of this country to understand the problems that they are facing in more depth. First, I would like to start with a little bit of the demographics. The population is at 116,220,947, a very large number for the population. Compared to the rest of the world, it's the 11th largest in population. The area is at 1,964,375 square kilometers. Mexico is known for their many natural resources. These resources include petroleum, silver, copper, gold, lead, zinc, natural gas, and their timber. Mexico's most important natural resource is their petroleum. The country has an abundant amount of petroleum and natural gas. Next, I would like to move on into the history of Mexico and give a little bit of a synopsis. Mexico is known for their rich culture and strong tradition. This country is made of 31 states and under one federal district. Mexico gained its independence in 1810, and it is also known as the largest country population-wise in Latin America. It is also known for its Mayan and Aztec roots. The country unfortunately has been under a lot of stress, and many violent acts and killings have been taken over in this country. They are still seeking for peace and harmony. Next, I would like to move on to the ethnic groups and languages. Mexico is comprised of the Mestizo descent, which is at 60%, Amerindian at 30%, and then white and other at 9 and 1%. Mestizo, as you can see, is the largest group and has been identified by Britannica Encyclopedia as a mixed blood, combined of European and Indian descent. The languages that are spoken are predominantly Spanish at 92%. They also have Spanish and indigenous languages at 5.7%, and indigenous only and unspecified at 0.8%. Now I would like to talk about the age structure of Mexico. As you can see, 0 to 14 is at 27.4%. The 15 to 24-year age range is at 18.1%. 25 to 54 is at 40.7%. The 55 to 64 and 65 and older are both at 6.9%. I thought this was very interesting to add to the presentation because, as you can tell, the most predominant age group is the 25 to 54 range. Unfortunately, that is a group that is doing most of the killings and violent acts when it comes to Mexican drug cartel. Also, looking at the age range for 55 and up, the numbers are extremely low. This could be an indication for life expectancy in Mexico. These poor individuals are fighting for their lives, but to only live it for such a short time due to this war. Next, the type of government that Mexico has is considered a federal republic. It is basically the same type of government that the U.S. has. Federal republic is a government made up of federal states with a constitution and self-governing subunits. The current chief of state is Enrique Pena Nieto, elected in 2012. Their legal system is considered a civil law system with an influence of constitutional law theory. The U.S. has guided Mexico quite a bit when it comes to the drug cartel. The country is doing the best that they can, but it is never a bad idea to have someone support you as well. Together, the U.S. and the Mexico might be able to target this drug cartel. On to the history of the drug war, or the events leading up to it. Many reports say that this war originally started when many Mexican military soldiers made deals with the drug lords for added protection for them. They paid a little bit better and it gave them opportunity to get more money. After searching for timelines, I found out that in 1971, Nixon declared a war on drugs and decided to do all that they could to try to end this drug cartel before it continued to enter into the U.S. Even after many attempts, in 1985, cocaine smuggling shifted to Miami, and the U.S. had to crack down on maritime. In 2006, the former chief of state Calderon did a huge crackdown on drug trafficking organizations through military troops and federal police. This unfortunately led to over 40,000 deaths from drug violent related acts. In 2007, Mexico extradited Gulf Cartel kingpin Cardenas to the U.S. and seized an historic 23 ton, which is equivalent to about 50,000 pounds of cocaine. Events like these led to arrests of hundreds of gang members to help this drug war, but unfortunately it led to more violence, which is still trying to be controlled today. To wrap this history up, in 2012, Chief Nieto announced a shift in strategy change in hopes that this war will eventually be controlled. Chief Nieto has been partnering up with President Obama, and it will be discussed later on in this presentation about some of the things that they planned on changing. There are several drug trafficking organizations who have taken power over the country of Mexico. This map here displays where most of them reside and the areas that they have taken over. Los Zetas and the Sinaloa Federation are the largest of the drug organizations. Los Zetas have been considered the most powerful and have committed crimes and murders out of this world. Los Zetas have been known to control the two largest drug routes and have been rivals with Sinaloa, for the third largest. These groups are not only in Mexico, but their efforts have expanded into other countries and have begun to leak pretty bad into the U.S. Hopefully, with this background of Mexico and the history of the war, it will give you a little bit more insight for the rest of our presentation.